The ship named Peacemaker cut through the black of space, its sleek form dwarfed by the massive alien station ahead. Captain Jun Kim stood tall on the bridge, his dark uniform crisp and perfect. This was humanity's big moment. After years of space travel within their own star system, humans were finally meeting the Galactic Council. "Final approach, Captain," said the pilot. "The docking bay is ready for us." Jun nodded. His face showed nothing, but inside, his heart raced. He had trained for this mission his whole life. "Remember," he told his crew of 20, "we are here to make friends, not enemies. Earth is counting on us." The Peacemaker eased into the giant space station that housed the Galactic Council. Through the main window, Jun could see beings of all shapes and sizes. Some had 4 arms, others had scales or feathers. The Council had 27 different alien species, each more advanced than humans. As the ship doors opened, Jun led his team out. The air smelled strange, like metal and something sweet. A tall, blue alien with webbed hands stepped forward. "I am Trock," it said in perfect English. "I will be your guide to the Council." Jun bowed slightly. "Thank you. We are honored to be here." Trock's face made a movement that might have been a smile. "Follow me. The Council is waiting." They walked through wide hallways filled with strange technology that glowed and hummed. Aliens of all kinds stared at the humans. Some looked curious. Others looked like they were seeing something dirty. "They don't seem happy to see us," whispered Supark, Jun's second-in-command. "Stay calm," Jun said. "We are guests here." The council chamber was huge, with a high ceiling that showed the stars beyond. 27 alien leaders sat in a half-circle on raised seats. In the center was a small platform where Jun would stand. "Humans," announced a tall alien with skin like tree bark. "We welcome Earth to this meeting." Jun stepped forward. "Thank you, honored council. Earth is grateful for this chance to join the galactic community." A ripple of sounds, maybe laughter, moved through the council. "Join," said a small gray alien with huge black eyes. "You misunderstand, human. You are not here to join us as equals." Jun kept his face calm. "I don't understand." The tree-like alien spoke again. "Humans are far behind the other species here. Your technology is basic. Your bodies are weak. You have no special gifts." "We have much to learn," Jun admitted. "But we are peaceful and willing to work hard." "Yes, you are peaceful now," said another alien, this one like a giant insect. "But your history is full of war. We have studied your planet. You fight each other over tiny differences." Jun felt his face grow hot. "That was our past. We have grown beyond that." The council members looked at each other. Then the tree alien spoke again. "We have decided to give humans protected species status. You may travel in certain areas of the galaxy. You may trade simple goods, but you cannot join the council." Jun tried not to show his anger. "Protected species, like animals in a zoo. Is there a way to earn full membership in the future?" he asked. "Perhaps in a few hundred years," said the insect alien, "if you prove yourselves." After the meeting, Trock took Jun aside. "I am sorry," the blue alien said. "Many on the council look down on newer species, but take this as a blessing. The galaxy can be dangerous. Protected status keeps you safe." "Safe from what?" Jun asked. Trock's webbed hands moved nervously. "There are species who test newcomers, the Marvex, for example. They raid new worlds to see how they fight back. And the council allows this. The council considers it part of natural selection." Trock admitted. "But you needn't worry. Your protected status should keep you safe." Back on the Peacemaker Jun called Earth with the news. "They think we're weak," he told the president. "They've put us in a corner of the galaxy like children." "Stay calm, Captain," the president said. "For now, we accept their terms. We need time." "Time for what?" Jun asked. The president was quiet for a moment. Let's hope you never need to find out. 6 months after the meeting with the Galactic Council, Captain Jum Kim sat in a dark room on Earth. The screens in front of him showed terrible images. A human colony on a planet called New Haven was burning. Bodies lay in the streets. Ships with strange marking flew overhead, shooting at anything that moved. "This is the third attack this month," said Commander Supark. She pointed to one of the alien ships, the Marvex, just like Trock warned us about. "How many dead?" June asked, his voice low. 212. Mostly families. Farmers. General Hyun Lee, an older man with gray hair, slammed his hand on the table. "And the Council does nothing. We must fight back." The President of Earth, a thin woman with tired eyes, shook her head. "With what? Our ships are no match for theirs. That's why we're in this room, not announcing this to the world." On the screen, a Marvex soldier came into view. It had red scales, 4 eyes, and sharp teeth that showed when it laughed. It was dragging the human child from a hiding place. "Turn it off," Jun said. He couldn't watch anymore. Sue switched off the screen. "We've sent 3 messages to the Council. They finally answered today." "What did they say?" asked the president. Sue's face grew hard. "They said this is standard integration procedure, and we should not interfere. They said the Marvex are testing our fitness." The room was quiet. Then General Lee stood up. "Madam President, it's time to use the Prometheus Protocol." The other people in the room looked shocked. The president's face went white. "That's not an option," she said. "You know what would happen. Once we do that, there's no going back." "What is the Prometheus Protocol?" June asked. He had never heard of it. The general looked at him. "Something we hoped we'd never need. But these attacks will continue. The Marvex think we are weak. We need to show them who we really are." The president rubbed her eyes. "Captain Kim, you're going back to the Council. One more try at diplomacy. Commander Park, prepare our fleet, but for defense only." "And the protocol?" asked the general. "Not yet," said the president, "but keep it ready." 3 days later, June was back at the Council station. This time, there was no welcome. He waited 4 hours before anyone would see him. When he finally entered the Council chamber, only 5 members were there. "Human," said the tree-like alien, "we are very busy. What do you want?" June stepped forward. 3 of our colonies have been attacked by the Marvex. They are killing our people. We ask for the Council's help." The insect alien made a clicking sound. "The Marvex are simply following tradition. All new species face testing." "Testing? They're murdering children." "Control yourself, human," said a new alien June hadn't seen before. This one looked like a ball of blue gas in a clear suit. "The Marvex will stop when they've learned what they need to know about you." "And what is that?" June asked. "How you fight. How you die. Your weaknesses. Your strengths, if any." The blue gas seemed to swirl faster. "It is the way of the galaxy." June tried once more. "Please, we came in peace. We just want to live in peace." "Then make peace with the Marvex," said the tree alien, "or show them you are not worth the trouble." On his way out, Jun met Trock. The blue alien pulled him into a quiet corner. "I warned you," Trock whispered. "The Council will not help. The Marvex do this to all new races. So we just let them kill us?" Jun asked. Trock looked around nervously. "No, you must surprise them. Show strength they don't expect. The Marvex only respect power." Back on his ship, Jun called Earth. The Council refused to help. "It's like they want the Marvex to attack us." The president's face was grim on the screen. "Then we're on our own. Come home, Captain." "What will we do?" June asked. The president looked at someone off-screen. June heard General Lee's voice. "Tell him." She turned back to June. "We just got word. The Marvex are planning something big. An attack on New Seoul. our biggest colony. How big? An invasion, she said. They're coming to wipe it out. The sky above New Seoul turned red with fire as the Marvex ships broke through the clouds. There were hundreds of them, their sharp metal forms like angry insects dropping from the sky. The human colony, home to over 30,000 people, had only a small defense force. Lieutenant Jin Kang stood on the roof of the defense building, watching the ships come down. He was young, only 26, but he had trained his whole life to protect people. Today, he was afraid that wouldn't be enough. All teams in position, he said into his comm unit. Remember, we need to buy time for the evacuation. The first Marvex ships landed in the center of the city. More landed near the farms. Soldiers with red scales poured out, carrying weapons that glowed with strange energy. Jin's team fought bravely. Their guns worked well against the Marvex soldiers, but there were too many of them. For every one they shot down, 10 more came. Fall back to Sector 4, Jin ordered his team. They moved through the streets, helping people get to the underground shelters. Jin's comm unit buzzed. It was his mother. Jin, they're at our house. Your father is trying to hold them off. But the line went dead. Jin's heart dropped. His parents' home was in Sector 2, now overrun by the Marvex. He wanted to run there, to help them, but he had his orders. Across the city, Dr. Yun Song was in a secret lab deep underground. She was a small woman with short hair and quick hands. Right now, those hands were shaking as she entered codes on a special computer. A video call came in. It was the President of Earth. Dr. Song, the President said. How bad is it? Very bad, Yun replied. The Marvex are killing everyone. The defense teams can't hold them off. The President closed her eyes for a moment. General Lee was right. We have no choice now. She took a deep breath. I am authorizing the Prometheus Protocol. Code. Awakening. Yun felt cold all over. Madam President, are you sure? Once we do this. I know the cost, the President said. Do it. Yun turned to her team. Send the signal to all soldiers on the ground. Authorization code. Awakening. Back in the city, Jin and his team were cornered in a school building. They had helped 30 children hide in the basement, but now the Marvex were breaking through the doors. We're out of ammo, said one of Jin's soldiers. What do we do? Jin's comm unit beeped. A message appeared. Authorization COD. Awakening. Jin stared at it. He knew what it meant. All soldiers did, though most thought it was just a story. It's real, he whispered. They're really doing it. His body started to feel hot. His skin tingled. The other soldiers felt it too. Sir, what's happening? Asked a young woman on his team. The Prometheus Protocol, Jin said. His voice sounded deeper now. Our last resort. One of the Marvex broke through the door. It pointed its weapon at the humans and made a sound like laughter. Then it stopped, its 4 eyes growing wide. Jin felt his body changing. His muscles grew larger. His skin hardened. His eyes could suddenly see heat and movement in new ways. His mind felt sharper, faster. He could sense his team around him, could feel their thoughts at the edge of his. The Marvex fired its weapon. The energy bolt hit Jin in the chest, but did nothing. No pain, no wound. Jin moved forward, faster than he ever could before. He grabbed the Marvex by its throat and lifted it off the ground with one hand. Other Marvex poured into the room, firing their weapons. Jin's team, all changing like him, moved with incredible speed. They tore through the aliens like they were made of paper. Outside, across New Seoul, the same thing was happening. Human soldiers were transforming, their bodies becoming weapons, their minds linking in a battle network. The Marvex, who had come expecting easy killing, began to scream as they died. In her underground lab, Dr. Yun Song watched it all on monitors. The secret we kept for 3,000 years, she said quietly. Now the galaxy will know what humans really are. News of what happened on New Sol spread across the galaxy like fire. Every screen on every world showed the same images. Humans changing into something else. Something terrible and powerful. The Marvex invasion force, over 2,000 elite warriors, had been destroyed in less than 3 hours. In the Galactic Council chamber, the leaders of 27 alien species watched the videos in shocked silence. "How is this possible?" asked the tree-like alien, its bark turning pale. "Humans were supposed to be weak." The insect alien clicked its mandibles nervously. "Our scans showed no signs of these abilities. They hid this from us." On the largest screen, they watched as a human soldier, now taller, stronger, with skin like armor and eyes that glowed, lifted a Marvex tank over his head and threw it into a group of enemy soldiers. "Stop the recording," said the head of the council, the blue gas alien. "We have a visitor." The doors opened, and Captain Jun Kim walked in. But he looked different now. He was still in human form, but his eyes had changed. They glowed slightly, showing he could transform if he wanted to. "Captain Kim," said the blue gas alien, "your kind has deceived the council. Explain yourself." Jun stood tall. "We did not deceive you. You never asked what we really are." "What are you?" demanded the insect alien. "We are what we had to become," Jun said. "Let me introduce Dr. Yen Song. She will explain." Dr. Song entered the room. Behind her came 2 soldiers in full war form. They were over 7 feet tall, with gray-black skin that looked like armor. Their eyes glowed blue. Sharp bone spikes ran down their arms. The council members moved back in their seats. "Honor Council," Dr. Song began. "Humans have not always looked as you first saw us. Long ago, in our early evolution on Earth, we developed our war form to survive against large predators." She showed images on a screen. Early humans changing their bodies to fight giant animals. "But there was a problem," she continued. "In our war form, we were too aggressive. We fought each other as well as predators. We could not build a civilization while changing into war forms whenever we were angry or afraid." "So what did you do?" asked Trock, who stood at the side of the room. "About 12,000 years ago, our scientists found a way to lock away the war form in our DNA. We chose to live in our weaker form to build peace. We kept the ability to transform only as a last defense, used only when approved by our highest leaders." The council was quiet for a long time. Then the tree alien spoke. "You let the Marvex kill hundreds of your people before using this power. Why?" Jun answered, "Because we know what we become in war." The emergency meeting of the Galactic Council was chaos. Representatives shouted over each other. Some demanded immediate action against humans. Others urged caution. Captain Jun Kim stood in the center of it all, calm on the outside but worried inside. If the Council joined the Marvex against Earth, humans might not survive, even with their war forms. Silence. The blue gas alien's voice boomed through the chamber. The room grew quiet. "Captain Kim," it said, "the Marvex have called for allies. They say humans are too dangerous to exist. 12 species have already joined them." Jun nodded. "And what does the council say?" The tree alien spoke. "We are divided. What guarantee do we have that humans will not use these war forms to conquer the galaxy?" "The same guarantee you have from any species," Jun replied. "Our word. For thousands of years, we kept our war forms locked away, even from ourselves. We wanted peace." The doors opened, and General Hyunli walked in. He was partially transformed, taller than a normal human, his skin starting to harden, his eyes glowing faintly. "I am General Lee of Earth," he announced. "I come with a message from our president." The council members stared at him with fear and curiosity. "Speak, human," said the insect alien. General Lee's voice was deeper than normal. "The Marvex attacked us without cause. They killed our people, children. Now they want to finish what they started. We will not allow this. Are you threatening the council? Asked the tree alien. No, said the general. I am telling you what will happen. If the Marvex come to Earth, we will fight in our true form. If any join them, they too will face us. The blue gas alien moved closer. And if the council orders you to lock away these war forms forever, we would consider it, June cut in quickly. If the council guarantee our safety. General Lee gave June a sharp look but did not argue. In another part of the space station, Dr. Yun Song sat with Trok in a quiet room. Your war forms are amazing, Trok said. But why did humans hide them? Why make yourselves weak? Yun sighed. It was not to trick anyone. It was to save ourselves. She showed Trok a small device with images. These are from our early history, before we locked away the war form. The images showed ancient humans in war form fighting each other, destroying their own cities. We were too powerful, Yun explained. Too angry. We nearly wiped ourselves out. So we chose to live as our weaker selves, to learn peace, to build rather than destroy. Trok's webbed hands touched the device gently. Most species in the galaxy evolved to be stronger, faster, more deadly. You chose to become weaker for peace. That is remarkable. Back in the council chamber, the debate continued. Then a new alarm sounded. Marvex ships have entered the Earth system, announced a council aide. They are attacking the human defense fleet. All eyes turned to General Lee. His body began to change more, the transformation spreading. Bone spikes pushed through his skin. His muscles grew. You see, said the insect alien. They cannot control it. They will transform and kill us all. But General Lee stopped the transformation halfway. With clear effort, he forced his body to return to a more human form. We can control it, he said, his voice strained. But we will not stand by while our world burns. The blue gas alien moved to the center of the room. The council must vote. Do we join the Marvex against Earth? Do we help Earth, or do we stay neutral? As the council members prepared to vote, one of the smaller aliens, a species like a furry snake that had been quiet until now, spoke up. Before you vote, it said, you should see this. It showed a new video on the main screen. It was footage from inside a Marvex ship. The Marvex captain was talking to someone hidden in shadows. Yes, the Marvex said, the humans revealed their war form just as you predicted. Now the council will fear them, and we can destroy them with the council's blessing. The shadowy figure laughed. Good. Once the humans are gone, the council will be easy to control. The council chamber went completely silent. Who is that? June asked. Who wanted us attacked? The furry snake alien looked around the room. That is what we all should be asking. The Earth Defense Fleet was small compared to the Marvex Armada. 30 human ships against hundreds of alien warships. But the humans had a plan. In the lead ship, Commander Supark watched the enemy approach. She had not transformed yet. The order had not been given. All ships ready, she said into her comm. Remember the plan. Wait for my signal. The Marvex ships fired first. Energy beams cut through space. 2 human ships exploded. Hold position. Sue ordered, though her hands gripped her chair tightly. Not yet. On Earth, the president sat in the deep underground command center. Screens showed the battle in space. She looked at the faces of her advisors. It's time, she said. Send the activation code to all ships. And she paused, her face grim, to all of Earth. Dr. Yun Song, who had returned to Earth, looked up in shock. Madam President, the entire planet. We've never done that before. We've never faced extinction before, the president said. Send it. In space, Sue received the code on her ship. Authorization received. All crews, transform no. Aboard every human ship, the crews began to change. Their bodies grew stronger. Their minds linked together. They could feel each other's thoughts, move as one. Sue felt the change sweep through her body. Her skin hardened. Her muscles grew. Her mind expanded, connecting with every human in her fleet. "Now," she said, her voice deeper than before. "Attack." The human ships moved with new speed and purpose. Though outnumbered, they fought with perfect coordination. 3 ships would focus on one enemy vessel, moving in patterns no normal human could perform. The Marvex fired desperately, but the humans predicted their moves before they made them. In 1 hour, half the Marvex fleet was destroyed. On Earth, something even more amazing was happening. As the transformation spread across the planet, billions of human minds joined together. They could feel each other, think together, become one vast intelligence. Jin Kang, fully transformed now, led a team of war forms to defend New Seoul against the Marvex who had landed. With their linked minds, his team moved like one organism. They knew where each enemy would be before they arrived. "They're retreating," called one of his soldiers. Jin nodded. He could feel it in the shared mind space. The Marvex were running back to their ships, but what he felt most was the fear coming from them. Pure terror, unlike anything he had sensed before. In the council chamber, the aliens watched the battle on their screens. Many had never seen war on this scale before. "The humans," whispered the tree alien. "They fight as one mind, one body. This is not possible." The blue gas alien turned to Captain Jun Kim. "Your kind hid this from the galaxy. Not just your war forms, but this unity." Jun nodded. "It only happens when we all transform together. It's why we use the war form only as a last resort. We become something else entirely." The insect alien clicked nervously. "If they win this battle, what will stop them from turning on the rest of us?" "Nothing," said General Lee honestly, "except our own choice." Trock, who had been quiet, spoke up. "I believe them. They could have used this power long ago. They chose peace until they were attacked." A new alarm sounded. On the main screen, a massive ship appeared, unlike any they had seen before. It was not Marvex design. "What is that?" asked several council members at once. The furry snake alien slithered forward. "That is a Dominator ship, the oldest and most powerful species in the galaxy. They have been watching from the shadows for centuries. They'd rarely show themselves." The ship sent a message to every screen in the galaxy. A face appeared, strange and ancient, with eyes that seemed to see through time. "Humans," the Dominator said, its voice like stone grinding against stone. "You have revealed yourselves too soon. We have watched your kind for 1,000 years. We arranged the Marvex attacks to test you. We did not expect you to transform the entire planet." "Why?" demanded Jun. "Why test us this way?" The Dominator's face showed no emotion. "Because you are the only species that ever chose to become weaker. That made you interesting. But now you are a threat to our control." The massive ship powered up its weapons. They glowed with energy unlike anything the humans had seen. "Now we must end you," said the Dominator, "before you realize your full potential." The Dominator ship fired its strange weapon. A beam of purple light shot toward Earth. Everyone watched, waiting for the planet to explode. But something unexpected happened. The beam hit an invisible wall around Earth and split into thousands of smaller beams that shot back into space. "Impossible," said the Dominator on the screen. Its voice no longer sounded calm. In the council chamber, Captain Jun Kim smiled for the first time in days. Not impossible, just human. On his ship in Earth orbit, Jin Kang felt the power of all humanity flowing through him. Billions of minds working as one had created something new, a shield of pure mental energy around their planet. All ships attacked the Dominator vessel, ordered Commander Supark through their shared mind link. "Focus your fire on these points." In each human's mind, they saw the weak spots on the massive enemy ship. The human fleet moved as one body, darting around the Dominator ship like insects around a giant. Their weapons seemed small against its huge hull, but they all fired at the exact same spots at the exact same time. The Dominators fired back, destroying 3 human ships in quick blasts. But the humans did not break formation. They did not panic. As one mind, they accepted the losses and kept fighting. In the council chamber, the alien leaders watched in silence. None had ever seen such unity in battle. "Their minds are completely linked," said the insect alien. "Each human knows what all others know. They are like a hive mind, but stronger." The blue gas alien turned to June. "How is this possible? No species has evolved this ability." "We didn't evolve it," June explained. "It's a side effect of the transformation. When our bodies change, our minds reach out to each other. Normally, only small groups transform, so the effect is limited. But with the whole planet transformed, they become like gods," whispered Trock. On the screen, the human ships continued their precise attack. Small explosions bloomed across the Dominator ship's surface. It fired another purple beam, this time at the human fleet. Half the remaining ships vanished in bright light. But before the aliens could react, something new appeared near Earth. A shape forming in space. Enormous hands made of blue energy, reaching out from the planet toward the Dominator ship. "What is that?" gasped several council members at once. "The Collective," said General Lee, his eyes glowing brighter. All humanity focusing their mental energy together. The energy hands grabbed the Dominator ship, holding it in place. The ship fired wildly, but could not break free. In the command center on Earth, Dr. Yun Song watched the screens with concern. Warning lights flashed on the medical monitors. "We can't maintain this for long," she told the president. "The transformation is changing us. Some people's bodies are starting to burn out." The president nodded grimly. "We just need a little more time. Jin's strike team is almost there." Jin Kang and a small team of warforms had left their ship in special suits. They flew through space toward the now-trapped Dominator vessel. Their linked minds guided them to a small opening in the giant ship's hull. Inside, they moved with perfect coordination through strange corridors. Any Dominators they met were quickly defeated by the humans' strength and speed. At the core of the ship, they found what they were looking for: the main power source, a swirling mass of energy unlike anything humans had seen before. "Set the charges," Jin ordered, though he barely needed to speak. His team already knew what to do. Back in the council chamber, the main screen showed the Dominator leader. Its calm face now showed fear. "Stop this," it demanded. "You don't understand what you're doing. Our species has guided the galaxy for 10,000 years. We decide which races live or die." "Not anymore," said General Lee. On the screen, the Dominator ship began to glow from within. Light poured from cracks in its hull. Then it exploded in a blast that lit up Earth's sky like a second sun. The energy hands faded. The human ships regrouped. The council chamber was completely silent. Then the tree alien spoke in a quiet voice. "The Dominators were the most powerful species in the galaxy, and humans just destroyed them in one battle." June stepped forward. "Now you understand why we kept our war form secret, why we chose to be weak." "What happens now?" asked the blue gas alien. "That," said June, looking at the screen showing Earth, "depends on what the rest of the galaxy chooses to do." 1 year after the battle with the Dominators, the galaxy was a different place. Captain Jum Kim, now Ambassador Kim, stood at the window of the new human embassy on the Galactic Council station. Earth ships moved peacefully among alien vessels in the busy space lanes outside. "Amazing how much can change in a year," said Trock, who had become the Council's official liaison to Earth. June nodded. "From protected species to feared power to whatever we are now." "Respected," said Trock. "That's the word." After the defeat of the Dominators, humans had done something no one expected. They had changed back to their normal form. All across Earth and the colonies, people had returned to their weaker bodies. The president had announced that the war form would be used only for defense, never conquest. At first, many alien species hadn't believed it. They waited for the human attack that never came. Slowly, cautiously, relations had been rebuilt. In a training facility on New Seoul, Jin Kang watched a group of young soldiers practice changing parts of their bodies. One turned just his arm to war form. Another hardened only her skin. A third made his eyes change to see heat. Good control, Jin said. Remember, partial transformation is harder than full, but more useful in most situations. After the war, Jin had started a new program to teach soldiers to use their abilities with more precision. The goal was to transform only what was needed when it was needed. Lieutenant Kang, called a voice. Jin turned to see Dr. In Song walking toward him. Doctor, he greeted her. How are the tests going? Ilhan looked tired but happy. We've made progress. The new medical treatments are working. The damage from long-term transformation is healing in most cases. That had been the cost of their victory. Many humans who had stayed in war form too long had suffered. Some could not change back fully. Others had lost memories or control of their emotions. Dr. Song had spent the last year developing treatments. In the main council chamber, General Hyun-Lee, now slightly older with more gray in his hair, addressed the gathered alien representatives. The Prometheus Protocol is not just a weapon, he explained. It's part of who we are, but we've learned to control it, to use it wisely. And now we offer this knowledge to our allies. The room filled with surprised murmurs. The tree alien spoke up. You would share the secret of your transformation. Not the transformation itself, the general clarified. That is unique to human DNA. But the control methods, the mental techniques, those we can teach to species with similar abilities. It was a peace offering, a way to show trust. Already, 3 alien species with limited shape-changing abilities had begun working with human scientists. Back at the embassy, Jun received an urgent message. A new alien fleet had appeared at the edge of the galaxy. Unknown ships with strange technology. Have they made contact? He asked the messenger. Yes, Ambassador. They say they are the harvesters. They say they come to collect resources, including living specimens. Jun's face grew serious. Alert Earth and call a council meeting. Within an hour, the council chamber was filled. The blue gas alien, still head of the council, called for order. These harvesters have appeared before in other galaxies, it announced. They take what they want and destroy the rest. No single species has ever stopped them. The chamber grew quiet with fear. Then the insect alien spoke. No single species, perhaps. But we are not alone anymore. All eyes turned to Jun. He stood calmly. Earth will help, he said. We will send ships. And if needed, soldiers in war form. The tree alien rustled nervously. The harvesters outnumber even your fleet. They have technology we've never seen. Numbers aren't everything, said Jun with a slight smile. And they've never seen humans before. In the years since the battle, many aliens had asked Jun why humans had chosen to return to their weaker form when they could rule the galaxy as gods. His answer was always the same. True strength isn't about domination, he told them. It's about knowing when not to use your power. Humanity learned that lesson over thousands of years. As he looked around the council chamber now, he saw not fear in the alien's eyes, but hope. The galaxy that had once laughed at humans now turned to them for protection. We will face these harvesters together, Jum announced. As allies, the council erupted in cheers. A new age had begun.